Hey everyone, my name's Walter, and I'm back here to talk to you about nice guy posts from Reddit. Nice guys are guys who talk about how nice they are all the time. This is the reason girls should date them, because they're just so nice. But they usually let their mask slip if things don't work out for them. Anyway, let's just begin with nice guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. Am I the asshole for telling a classmate she'd be lucky to have me? Throwaway for obvious reasons. I'm 18 male in an art club in high school that allows every grade. Recently a girl moved here, I'll call her Natalie, and to say the least, she's different. She's probably one of the 5 black girls in the entire school. She always sat by herself in art club, but after a few days I began sitting next to and speaking to her. I learned that she's 17, a junior, and she came here because her dad got a new job. She also has a lot of the same interests as me, like anime, reading, etc. Over the months we got really close. She was really quiet, but when she talked to me, it's like she could go on forever. She's smart too, and is always talking about books with me. Books or Pokemon. I asked her to the winter dance, and she said yes. It was normal, we danced, and she hugged me when I dropped her off at home. That night, she texted me that she was grateful to be friends, that before she met me, she was really scared and lonely here, but she's glad she has me now. However, things changed on New Year's. The entire art club agreed to meet at one of the students' house to blow fireworks. Natalie rode in my car. We stood sort of by ourselves, just talking and watching fireworks, but I couldn't stop thinking about how gorgeous she is. She's just absolutely different than most people I've met. Her hair was like big black cotton, and her skin looks so warm for some reason, and her lips and body are just voluptuous. I thought about all this until eventually I wasn't even listening to what she was saying anymore. I stepped in front of her and grabbed her hand and looked into her eyes and asked her to go out with me. She completely froze, just staring at me. She pulled her hand away and said, "I'm sorry, I don't know if I see you that way." She moved aside like I wasn't there and watched the fireworks. I got mad and stepped back in front of her. I said, "What? You didn't even think about it?" She again just wouldn't answer me for a long time, then rudely said, "I just want to watch the fireworks, please." I told her that she ought to be lucky someone like me wants her. Black nerdy girls like her always want white guys, and they usually fail and have to settle for a Hispanic. But here I was, tall, dirty blonde hair, green eyes. She would be lucky to have me. I said all of this out loud and she started crying and begging me to take her home, but I said no, not until she answered why she rejected me. But she kept crying. Eventually I took her home because the other students were coming up to us asking what's wrong with her, but she was too hysterical to speak. I said sorry when I dropped her off, but when I got home, I saw that she already blocked me everywhere. Am I the asshole here, even though she rudely rejected me without thinking about it for a second? Edit, already, I'm seriously here to figure out am I the asshole. To a lot of you, I'm trolling, but I've lost a friend and I'm here to know why. The amazing part is, I don't think he even knows what he's apologizing for. It can take a long time to get someone's trust, but it can be a pretty quick thing to throw away. That's why she would be crying so hard. Someone who made her feel safe and comfortable in a new place just dropped the worst of bullshit she's had to deal with in her life. While being her ride home, at risk of being stranded. Yes, she could have easily asked or called someone, but at the moment things like this happen, the mind reacts and doesn't stop to reason about alternatives. I would say don't be racist, but I'd feel stupid having to say it. You friend zone and overlook the one who's willing to make time for you, give you the attention you desire, the one who's willing to go to distance just to see a smile on your face. But none of that matters because y'all too busy chasing and trying to change someone who's not even gonna feel anything when you're heartbroken because of their mistakes. You were the foolish person thinking you could change someone to love you when they didn't know your worth. You wouldn't be in this situation if you looked for love and happiness with your heart instead of your eyes and wants. Yeah, look what he says here. You were the foolish person thinking you could change someone to love you when they didn't know your worth. Well, there you go, fucker. Just the thought of a female being worth something is funny to me. It's funny how I made a post like this and everyone wants to talk to me, but when I'm nice to people, they don't give a fuck about me. Just goes to show what girls are really after. Do you think I give half a fuck about anybody on my Facebook? I know what girls aren't after. Guys who call them females. Okay, this next one is insane. It's called "My Husband Died Last Month. Rest in peace." His nice coworker started messaging me. "Hi, blank. Sorry about that run-in earlier. Hope you're well." "Hi, it's okay, thanks." "It's blank, by the way. I worked with your husband. Was very hurt to hear he passed. I lost my dog recently, so I know how you're feeling. I'm here to listen if you want. I know that someone can take losing a dog just as hard as someone else takes losing a family member, but that doesn't make this message a good idea. Holy shit. Thank you. Are you a blank? Yeah. Thought so. Women from your country have such incredible hips. Your husband is a lucky man. Sorry, was. Thanks for clarifying. Wouldn't have known what you meant if you didn't add the was there. Sorry if I was rude. You're just very beautiful. I don't want to screw this up. Screw what up? My chance with you. What? LOL, I'm really not ready for anything like that. I'm a good guy, I promise. One date is all I ask. I'm free this Friday, and Saturday. I'm busy then, and I'm not looking for that right now. How about next week? I'm busy then, and I'm still not looking for anything. I knew your husband well. I know what you expect in a man. I can provide that. Please, all I ask for is one date. You'll see I'm worth it. I've said no. Please respect that. Of course I respect women or their choice. Thanks. I'm gonna go now. Take care. Okay. Should have known you were just a pretty face. You aren't even that pretty. Okay. Sorry if I upset you. That was wrong of me. Let me make it up to you. Dinner on me. I'm free tonight. I'll bring you food. I still have your address from when I came over. No. Your husband would want you to be with a man he knows will treat you right. In all ways. I'm good at taking care of women, especially ones like you. Such fuckable hips. I am way too sober to deal with this. Bye, LOL. Okay, no more chances. Goodbye. That one line, your husband is a lucky man. Sorry, was. The audacity it would take to use this line on a grieving widow. Here's a comment from the OP. Thank you. He's always been a bit weird. I've only met him a couple of times before we ran into each other today, and he's always been a bit awkward. Gives off a strange vibe. I'll be okay. I have some pretty big dogs. So this next one definitely actually happened. The other day I went to a meeting for the Feminist club at my school. They were talking about how they make less money than men on average. So I politely stood up and said, well, that's an earnings gap, not a wage gap. After a few boos came my way, I said to the president of the club, women are paid the same on average as men for doing the same work. They just tend to make different life choices, which results in less pay over their lifetime. The boos continue and insults were thrown my way. The president walked down to me and, trying to think of an argument, she said, well, women are discouraged from doing what they want. That's why there are no women in the STEM fields. I said, and what STEM field did you want to pursue? She said, well, I wanted to be a women's gender study major. And then I said, and what about the rest of you? Who here wanted to be a STEM field major but couldn't be one? Out of the 40 or 50 girls, not a single one spoke up. You know, I've never been to a feminist meeting, as hard as that is to believe, but I have trouble believing that they're completely out of arguments after you dismiss one or two things they said. I mean, what do they talk about at their meetings? Okay, but women are constantly objectified by men, shouted the feminist president. I said, is it so wrong to see the natural beauty in the female body? She was speechless. I continued, men don't objectify women out of hate. They simply admire the female form, which is exactly what feminism boasts about. She said, well, I bet you'd think I need bigger tits or a bigger butt to be beautiful. Yeah, that sounds just like something a woman would say. Absolutely not. You look perfect exactly as you are. She was blushing. I then said, how about you give me your number? I'd love to have a deeper conversation about feminism with you sometime, one-on-one, maybe with a little less shouting. She handed me her phone. I put my number in and walked out of there as the most respectable man in my entire university. I am intellectual enough to engage feminists in an actual dialogue rather than shooting them down, and I respect women as well as praise their bodies. Looks like I'm going to be the alpha on campus for the remainder of the semester. The rest of the douchebag frat boys are going to have to step up their game. He thinks he's the first person to make this argument about only admiring women's beauty. That's what every neckbeard in the world says. I would literally have a girlfriend if I had $1,000. So I mean, what do you think when you read Matthew 6:24? #atheist. Thanks, I take donations for being funny. I think he wants you to feel bad for him to donate, but what anyone would think after seeing this is, just get a job then. Hi, I'm blank. The way I've found the cookie crumbles on here is this. Girls get bombarded, find a guy, get messed around, then come back here and unwittingly go for someone else similar. Fancy breaking that cycle so a real man can show you exactly how well you should be treated. Option A, go for a pretty boy and get hurt. B, pick me and I'll put you on a pedestal and show you nothing but respect. XX. Okay, putting people on a pedestal is not a good thing. This guy must not have gotten the memo. You might as well say you'll treat her like a queen. It's something better shown than told. About me. Fake tans, false nails, lip fillers, eyebrow tattooing, and a phone full of filters, yet you expect us men to be nigh on supermodel quality. Come on, ladies, play fair. Besides, real men like their women natural? Jesus, how ugly is this guy? He really does a bad job of selling himself. 1000% genuine, family man, self-employed, drive a nice car, pro DJ, have played on FM radio and all sorts. Kind, caring, considerate, respectful. I could list more, but would prefer you to take a chance for once. You have two choices. A, get messed about, controlled, or worse, find a guy who's either a catfish or married. Or B, give me a chance to prove to you that there are good, kind, non-judgmental guys out there who'd do anything for his girl. It's your choice entirely. Makes sense though, right? I had a boyfriend who did the classic pedestal act. He didn't so much flip out as just pointedly argue anything that didn't fit his ideal. It was horrible. He clearly didn't see me as a person so much as an idea in his head, and that idea looked nothing like me. Literally any woman on earth could have replaced me and it wouldn't have made much difference. LOL, all I can say is you wonder why you have the wrong guys coming into your life is because you post your body everywhere to get their attention. You're giving a perfect example of why nice guys never find the right girl. The nice guy always just gets thrown in the trash. It's not about body appreciation. You've proven to me in 2 weeks why I was born in the wrong generation and why everything is fake in this world. I don't know. I'm a guy. I'm not going to complain if women are posting their bodies everywhere. At the end of the day, people are going to date who they want. Good luck convincing them to do something else. Okay, one more post. And this is the reason why I have said fuck women and I'll be asexual. I'm sorry that I don't have a warrant, sell drugs, and have 5 other hoes. I just sit here and take care of my mom, but you know, I'm the bad guy because I got my shit together. So y'all girls have fun, the bullshit boys, and when you have their kid and they leave, don't come to me. You picked your poison, now time to shoot it up. I mean, deciding to not have sex doesn't mean you're asexual, but I guess he's doing women a favor here, so I won't complain too much. Anyway, it's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you think you have something to say, make sure to let me hear it in the comments. I appreciate the feedback. If you're new here and want similar content, consider subscribing for more of the same. Big thanks also to my generous patrons. I will be shouting them all out by name here soon, but thanks especially to new patrons Cacti Lady Wither and Amelia Bunny. You all really help me out with your continued support. I will be back very soon, probably tomorrow, with more Reddit crap. So have a great day, everyone, and your husband is a lucky man. Sorry, was.